Well, well, well. What do we have here, eh? Alright, okay. I know that we've been through this with Jesmon before. We have looked at what you get on the box itself, what cards are in here. We've seen all this nice stuff. We've seen how small the boxes are in comparison to other ones. We've seen all that. I get it. If you've not watched the Jesmon video, there's a link to it in the description below if you want to see what's in the Jesmon starter deck as well. But I couldn't stay away. I couldn't stay away. This is the boy. This is the boy. I played him in what was he from, BT3? Back when 1.5 was out. He was the RagnaLoardmon was the very first deck I ever built to play in the format, and I loved it. The synergy gave me the thirst for 2-color decks. He stole my heart. That's him, officer. The man who stole my heart. All right, starter deck, RagnaLoardmon ST-13. I'm too excited. I'm not messing around. I went through all the pleasantries for Jesmon. I just want to get stuck in. I just want to see what we've got. We've seen the Tamers, but you know what? Don't remember. You haven't seen the other one yet. We'll go through the Tamers. You get 6 of these guys. Ty, Davis, TK, Ken, Izzy, and Matt. Let's have a nice little shot of these guys first so you can see them. Here's Ty. Show you that finish. There's Davis. Very nice. Very clean. Definitely my favorite. Stoked to have 4 of those now. Here's TK. Not big on the TK. Not big on the TK. Got Ken. Very nice. Like Ken. Don't like the card. Shame. Izzy. Izzy's quite nice. I think I'm going to put a couple of these in the RagnaLoardmon deck that I make up. And then here's Matt. Very delicious. I think Izzy's probably my second favorite after Davis. And I think I'm going to put a few of these in whatever I make out of this deck. But let's crack on with the actual deck. So similar to Jesmon, you get yourself 4 eggs, 50 card deck. You get yourself your nice memory counters that are in the back. It's got Durandamon and Ludomon on the back. I like these guys. They're quite nice. I quite like these guys. They're nice. They're tasty. I love, like I said, I like that they made them slightly more durable, like with this kind of foil sheet or whatever. They're very nice. You got a couple of cards in the back, tell you how to play the game, explain the rules and whatnot. All right, onto the deck. So I'm gonna go through this similarly to how I did the Jesmon one. We're just gonna go through the cards. We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna see how they rock up, and then if anyone's interested in picking up the deck, we can maybe talk about upgrades in another video. Alright, so the level 2 that we have, the baby, the egg, we have Sukutomon. Your turn, once per turn, when you play another Digimon with legend arms in its traits, by an effect, gain 1 memory. This is gonna become perfectly clear as to why this is a good baby for the deck. I can't decide if it's going to be the one I'm gonna run or not, but it's a good starting point. Then we got the little man himself, Zubamon. It's a 3 play cost, 0 to Digivolve from red and black egg. So I guess you could run some red eggs in this as well. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that would be good. I used to mess with Demi-Marimon a lot. 1k when you attack a player. Maybe he'd come in here. 1000 DP on play. By placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's black or has legend arms in its traits as its bottom Digivolution card, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a Digimon card with legend arms in its traits and a play cost of 7 or less, you may play it without paying its memory cost. Add the rest to your hand. So I guess if you flip the top card and it meets the criteria, then you get to play it, and I guess if it doesn't, you get to add it to your hand. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. So you're not really wasting anything. When attacking, if you have a Digimon that's black or has legend arms in play, and its traits in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Nice little bit of removal. 4 copies of that, gentleman. All right, move on to the level 4. I guess it's doing it by color. Yeah, I think it's that. I don't want to ruin it for me. I guess it's doing it by color. Zuba Igramon. I like the TL Ludomon in the background here. Just a couple of boys hanging out and fighting. Just a couple of guys getting up to no good. Love these kids. So it's 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve from red and black. I like how this is going because these cross over a whole lot. Because the old ones, you had to go on the colors. My very first deck, I played a black base for the most part. Had a couple of Gaia Forces, had a couple of red ties, and I played the Zubamon for search, and that was it. Then I played the black line all the way up to the top end. So this is cool, I guess, because this makes it easier to cross them over. I like this. It got the Imperial treatment. On play, by placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's black or has legend arms in its traits as its bottom Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. So this is similar to the Rookie then, but instead of getting to do the draw, you get to pop something that's 5k, and then it's inheritable when attacking if you have a Digimon that's black or has legend arms in its traits in play. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3k or less. So that is like the rookie. Nice. Okay, cool. And I guess your RagnaLoardmon counts as your black Digimon and your or your legend arms. All right, interesting. I like it. So then we have the level 5 Duromon, 7 play cost, 3 evolve from red, 3 evolve from black, 7k DP. Your turn, when this Digimon would digivolve into a card in your hand that's black or has legend arms in its traits, reduce its digivolution cost by 1. All right, interesting. So we get the cheap evo into the 6. That's nice. Oh, and the end of turn effect on this as well, the inheritable skill. You may DNA digivolve this Digimon and one of your other Digimon in play into a Digimon card in your hand for its DNA digivolution cost. Nice. We've seen this quite a lot. Obviously, this is a Jogress deck. We've seen the treatment. It's nice that we get it. We get 2 copies of this guy. So I guess you want to pick up 2 copies of this deck because I think you want to be running this kit at 4. I think you want to be running them at 4. Then we have Durandamon. So this has got some nice treatment. Look at this. Look at the texture on this super rare. You just don't mess with these super rares in the decks, man. They just don't mess. I don't mind that the starter decks are costing a little bit more money because I feel like there's way better synergy than they used to be. I feel like it doesn't take a lot to make them meta, and the foil on the cards is just stunning. I like this a lot. This looks clean. I'm a fan. So Durandamon is 11 play cost, 3 evolve from a red or black level 5, has 11k DP. Pretty standard on a 6, a little bit low, I guess. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your effects places a Digivolution card under this Digimon gets plus 3k DP and security attack plus 1 for the turn. Alright, cool. So that's once per turn effect. And then when attacking, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Digimon card with legend arms in its traits and a play cost of 7 or less among them without paying its memory cost. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So you get the when attacking is gonna proc. It's a bit Jesmon, right? The when attacking effect is gonna proc the once per turn thing. Hopefully, if it's in those top 3 cards here, and it's gonna bump him 14k, give him security attack plus 1. We love that. The inheritable, your turn, when this Digimon is RagnaLoardmon, it doesn't activate security effects on option cards. You're reading that correctly. While this Digimon is RagnaLoardmon, it doesn't affect security effects on option cards. That's gorgeous. So you can play a legend arms with 7 or less. So I guess that's like, well, that's your 5s. All right, I was gonna say like you can pull your 4 or your 3 or whatever, but that's your level 5s as well. That's quite delicious. That's quite cheeky. Because imagine you can play this guy. Did you evolve into your 6 and then wait, okay, I'm starting to see the combo. No one at me. I've been trying to keep this a secret for myself. Don't come for me. All right, so you get 2 copies of that. So yeah, you're gonna want two copies of this deck to get your playset. Big man himself, the homie on the box, the BT3 Destroyer. Nah. RagnaLoardmon. I quite like seeing this. Like, is very nice. The Jesmon art, I'm like, I still like the old one. This is definitely an improvement. Maybe I'm just sick of seeing it, but the last RagnaLoardmon, dull. It felt a bit too dark in its composition. There's a lot of shine going on here. It's a bit Michael Bay in here. See this? We're getting a bit of Michael Bay treatment, and I kind of like. So the Jogress for 0 from a red 6 and a black 6 makes sense. When digivolving, it has Blitz. Pretty good. When DNA digivolving, for every 4 cards in this Digimon's Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 20 or less and trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. And then all turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from a player's security stack, unsuspend this Digimon. So this does seem pretty correct. So from what I understand, your combos are you want to be using a lot of these legend arm cards to be popping things underneath cards to then proc certain events, right? It feels very gacha. Right. On top of that, if you're slamming 2 6s together, they're probably going to have a bit of a stack. If you're doing it the traditional way, and it's going to have, you know, a 2 through 5 underneath, slam both of those together, you're at least getting rid of 2 security cards, and then it's going to restand as well as its swing, right? So I guess if you're also popping some cards under there, it doesn't seem is 12 sources too much? I don't think 12 sources is too much to like try and spitball to get under this guy. Because then you could swing, you could trash 3, you could stand back up, swing again, clear security. I think you could do it, RagnaLoardmon. You get again, curse of the stuck cards here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you get 2 copies in here. The card art is very nice. The card art is gorgeous. I'm a big fan. I'm glad I picked up 2 of these. Alright, so now we're getting onto the black side of the deck. We've seen the red one. We're moving on to black here. So we've got Kotamon. Kotamons are 2 cost vanilla rookie, 3k DP. It's nice. I like, this is Koki artwork. I love this so much. Koki's art style is like absolutely wild. And I love that we're getting some more lines here. So you get 4 copies of those. Nice. Chikurimon, we spoke about this in Jesmon. I think this is such a cracked card to have, and it's so good that it's coming out for other similar colors now. All turns, players can't reduce can't reduce play costs, sorry. Just a great card. I feel like it's going to become so staple. Like Psychmon sees so much play in so many different types of purple decks. Even not in purple decks, just other decks that want to splash in it. I think it's just so good. You get 4 copies in here as well. These decks are so generous on the play sets, and I think this is nice. I don't know if they've had feedback on this, but I think like being able to buy the starter deck, and of course you want to get 2 copies of it so you can make sure that like your deck is as stacked on the play sets as possible. So when there are cards that you only get 2 copies of, you want to make sure you have 4 for the collection or for your own deck building or whatever. I get it, but both this and the Jesmon starter deck, I think have had just like an incredible array of cards in there that you can pick one of these up and play it, and it still feels, it's got a lot of synergy. I don't know if it's necessarily competitive, but it feels like it packs a punch, you know? I feel like it packs a punch. Anyway, Ludomon. 3 to play, 0 to Digivolve, 1k. On play, by placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's red or has legend arms in its traits. As its bottom Digivolution card, you may reveal the top card of your deck. You can play 1 card with legend. Wait, is that the same thing that Zubamon did, but for red? Right, wait a minute. So you can play these potentially turn 1 and then hard drop your 5. All right, I know this might not be a revelation. It's a revelation for me, okay? This seems like I was totally sold on building Jesmon, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna build this because, you know, I played this back in the day, but honestly, this seems really cracked. The ESS here, opponent's turn, when you have a Digimon that's red or has legend arms and its traits in play, Digimon gains blocker. Nice. Okay, so it's kind of like the old one where it's giving your RagnaLoardmon like reboot, blocker, potentially security +1 and stuff. It'd be interesting to see like what is going to go on in the background of this deck to build up. I'm excited to do some deck building and see what else is going to go in there. We'll do those. I think we'll do those videos. Next up we have Gladimon. Gladimons are vanilla level 4 to play, 1 to Digivolve, 4k DP. I think it's similar to Metamon, right? It's just the Metamon clone. I think this is just the Metamon clone, but for this deck, and that seems cool. I like that. 4 copies of him. Nice. Tia Ludomon. This art looks very similar to the last one. The Ludomon, like, he got QR code in his hand. God, I love that. This boy's QR code. The art seems similar to the last one. The Ludomon line seems so wild to me because like every stage is so vastly different. Whereas like you can see Zuba Eagermon in the background there. That's cool because he was chilling in the card art here as well. Look, it's got a little brothers in arms thing going on here. Look at this. This is cute. This is adorable. Look at this. Little brothers in arms thing going on here. I like this. I like this. Nice touch. Nice touch card art. Is it the same artist? It's the same artist. Let's go. I like that. I like that. Anyway, on play, by placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's red or has legend arms in its traits, one of your Digimon gains reboot until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay, cool. So again, you could fire this under your stack and then give yourself reboot, which is nice. And then when you have Digimon, whilst you have a Digimon that's red or has legend arms in its traits in play, this Digimon gains blocker. Again, wild. Like you can drop this for like however much. Say you play it for 5, because I know that you might have some tamers, you might have some black memory boosts, whatever. You drop this guy for 5, place it underneath your stack. Whether the stack gets to swing or not, maybe it's part of like the DNA that becomes whatever. It's got reboot and blocker. That's so tasty. I love it. 4 copies of Tia Ludomon. Here for it. Oh, next we have, look at this Nightmon. He looks so chill. Look at this guy. Nightmon's awesome. I'm stoked that we got another one here. So he's a 5 to play, level 5. Very nice. 3 to Digivolve from a black level 4 or a red level 4. 7k DP. That's pretty fine for a vanilla. The fact that he's a 5 cost and he's black and red, I think is really, really awesome. I really think this is the same with there's a Volcanomon that you get in the Jesmon deck. Like I don't think they're fine for the starter deck, and they obviously fill the purpose because you can pop your 6 on this quite quickly to get into your RagnaLoardmon. 1,000,000%. Is it going to see play in the final version of the deck moving forward? No. Is it going to find some use in something in the future? Definitely. I think just having this like we used to have quite a lot of the cards that were just like cheap play cost. Skull Meramon in purple, for example, was like such a good card to drop, and then kind of just gets phased out when, you know, you'd rather maybe not have vanilla cards in there. You want to have stuff that's like popping effects, it's got good inheritable skills, it's got synergy with the rest of your deck. But I really feel like these are going to come back in some shape or form. You get 2 copies in there. Nice. So we've got Renji Ludomon. He looks pretty sick. I know I complained. I guess there's some similarities now that I can see this angle in the card art. He's got a bit Super Saiyan, but I feel like the whole line is weird. Like it changes, goes through different color patterns. Anyway, 7 cost to play, 3 to Digivolve from black or red level 4s. So 7 in Legend Arms means that this is another card that you can target with your Zubamon and your Ludomons, which is cool. It means you can cheat out your level 5s quite quickly. They also have the Yume DNA Digivolve ESS. So like if you're able to pop this guy out off the play of your level 3, and then if you maybe have a 6 on board already, you can just like Digivolve the 6 on top, pass turn, end of turn, you would like jog wrestle them into RagnaLoardmon, who has Blitzen, and you're going to be able to swing anyway. It's gorgeous. I love it. Opponent's turn. This Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. Imagine pulling this out turn 1. Imagine turn 1, you evolve You draw, drop your level 3, it gets the on play, you do whatever you can do. Well, I guess you can do it turn 1. Like turn 2, you just pull this guy out turn 2. Nice. 4 copies of that guy. So you only get 2 copies of Durandamon, but you get not Durandamon, sorry, Duramon, but you get 4 copies of Ludomon. Then we have RagnaLoardmon. This card art is sick. I always thought that the last card art was a bit underwhelming. It had quite a lot going on, and I struggled for the longest time to understand what RagnaLoardmon actually looked like. I had to source the information from the internet to see what it actually looked like. But this card art depicts it much better, I think. I'm a big fan of this. This looks very, very clean. I'm sad it's not a super. I understand that the RagnaLoardmon's a super and the Durandamon's the super, but having the same texture, I feel like it's a bit of a shame because obviously the card art is nice and it's glossy, but I feel like the shiny rare part doesn't have a lot of space. Like this, to the untrained eye, I could think this is an uncommon, but it's nice. It's nice. So he's 4 to Digivolve, so it costs a little bit more. I guess you have your 5s that can reduce the cost by 1, so you can still make it 3. Either way, if it passes a turn, it doesn't really matter because you can. Your whole point here is that you want to jog rest, right? Your turn once per turn, when one of your effects places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, your opponent's effects can't delete this Digimon or return it to its owner's hand or deck until the end of their turn. Okay, interesting. So if you can't set it up, you can try and give it some protection. It's a bit Doru Greymon, I like it. When Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Digimon card with Legend Arms in its traits and a play cost of 7. This is absolutely gacha. Like I kind of like threw it around as a bit of a meme earlier, but that's exactly what this is. This is, oh, I love this. This seems so much fun. I feel like I'm gonna struggle to win with it realistically, but this feels like a lot of fun. So you can Digivolve for, I mean, hopefully you don't pass the turn, but then if you're lucky enough to cheat out your 5, you could set up for RagnaLoardmon, and then if it doesn't pay off, it can't get deleted by effect. I like that. The ESS on this one, while this Digimon is RagnaLoardmon, it isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. It's quite nice as well because the other Durandamon lets us not check option cards in security, so it means that if there's any threats on board, kind of making RagnaLoardmon a bit of a tank. As if the guy wasn't already, but my geez. All right, well that's the Digimon done. I feel like that was quicker than the Jesmon one. I guess do we have as many? I'm not sure. I feel like I spent more time on the Jesmon one because I kind of was talking about combos. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one yet, but I like it a lot. So here we get the option card. Direct Smasher. It's a 7 play cost red option card. It's loyal, which is nice. Well, you have a Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits in play. You may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Nice. I like that everything in here is black or red, can still synergize with pretty much everything else in the deck. Even the 5s, like the Nightmon can still rock up on your red level 3s, which I think is red level 4s, sorry, which I think is nice. Main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. Nice. I mean, 7 cost option card, I feel like is just a nice thing for a game to have. There's going to be a lot of Muskets players out there that are happy about seeing a 7 cost option card, but delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP is quite nice. I guess it leans itself in on red as well. And then the last card, I don't think I've seen this yet. So what's this? It's a 4 cost Legend Arms Alliance. So in your main, you may play 1 Digimon card with Legend Arms in its traits and a play cost of 7 or less in your hand without paying its memory. Then place this card in your battle area. This is such a common theme in this deck and I love it. It's very gacha. My brain is already having like a good think here. Side note, I spoke earlier about like Izzy maybe coming into this deck as a tamer. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If all the revealed cards are black, gain a memory. I don't think that's the part that matters. Place the cards on top of your deck in any order. Izzy might be like a good means here to like make sure you've got the cards on top that you want to make this happen. From like pulling stuff off the top of your deck, right? Right. You may play 1 Digimon card with Legend Arms in its traits and a play cost of 7 or less in your hand without paying its memory cost. Then place this card in your battle area. I like that a lot. This deck has a lot of ways of pulling those Digimon out. It's very gacha with pulling it off the top of the deck, but being able to throw it out from your hand, again, this could be turn 1. This could be turn 1 right here. You could pop this guy down for 4. Maybe your opponent's like choked you at 1 or put you at 2 or something, or even put you at 3. You want to pop one of these guys down, leave them with less than 3 memory, have a Legend Arms with a play cost of 7 on the field, and then your following turn, you can delay, pop this guy, reveal top 4 cards of your deck, place those cards on top, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, place those cards on the top or bottom of your deck in any order. So if you're searching for some pieces, if you know that you're going to pop one of the little guys that lets you look at your deck and play something, you can check and see what's there. If there's no hits, you can fire it to the bottom of your deck, or if there are, I guess you can't can't shuffle them or rearrange them. It just says reveal the top 4 cards of your deck and place them on the top or the bottom. Oh no, it does say in any order. Sorry, I apologize. So you could prep yourself up here. That makes sense. What's the security effect here? You may play 1 Digimon card with legend arms in its traits and a play cost of 7 or less. This was the same as the one from the Jesmon deck. You get 4 copies in here, which is very nice. This is the same as the Jesmon one. Seeing these delay effect cards that when they're checked in security gives you its main effect plus then puts it in the battle area is so nice. If anyone knows, I guess the memory boost ones are a bit different because they obviously let you, do some searching or whatever. Well, I mean, I guess not really, because this is still giving you an effect. The memory boost ones just end up getting dropped into your battle area. This is wild. I love this a lot. I love this a lot. My first impressions of it, I feel like the deck on its own feels a lot more fun than Jesmon. Whether or not it's better or not, I'm not 100% sure. Would I recommend one over the other? I think it depends. I think it depends what you wanna get out of these starter decks. I have a lot of love for both of those characters. I honestly feel like the RagnaLoardmon deck is more fun to play synergy wise, but I think they're both absolutely solid. I'm gonna go put a deck together. I'm gonna go get this upgraded. I'm gonna go mess around with some old cards. I'm gonna go test things out and see what I can come up with. If you want to see what I come up with, leave me a comment, hit me on socials, do all that good stuff. We had a fantastic reception to the first video. I just want to thank everyone who like stopped by and watched it or commented on it, shared it with their friends, shared it on socials, Discord, all that good stuff. It really means a lot. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. As you can see, I'm battering them out because I'm just so stoked to put out content. And yeah, if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. There's going to be a whole lot more of this. Comment below if you're going to pick up RagnaLoardmon or Jesmon, if you think one's better than the other. I don't know, just give me some chat. I'd love to talk. All right, thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Love you, bye.